Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing how to beat a narcissist to the discard. If you are involved with a narcissistic friend, someone who is diagnosed or undiagnosed with NPD, or someone who has toxic behaviors in general, you are going to want to be able to identify it and get rid of that relationship first. The reason is most of us know about the abuse cycle that a lot of toxic people exhibit and take us through. So we go through the love bombing, we go through the devaluation stage, and then we go through the discard stage. By the time we get to the discard phase, we are distraught because we didn't see it coming. In fact, the love bombing sets us up to stay during the devaluation stage. And then when we get to discard phase, we chase them because we cannot believe that someone who professed their love, loyalty, and commitment to us would leave us like that. How can a friend who has been so loyal, who has been there in my weaknesses, how can they just get rid of me like that? How can they just gossip about me like that? How can they just leave me? And due to the intense love bombing, when they discard us, we go through a lot of cognitive dissonance because we are trying to make sense out of the actions and their words, which most of the time, if you're dealing with a toxic friend, a toxic individual, their words and their actions don't match up. On this channel, I speak a lot about pathology. In order to understand the brain, the mindset, the behaviors of a toxic individual, specifically those dealing with any type of the cluster B personality disorders, you have to be able to understand their pathology. It is their mode of operation. It is the way their brain functions. This is their behavior. They cannot change their behavior. This is just what it is. So we hear words, but the behavior don't match up because it can't match up. The behavior cannot live up to the words. It will never live up to the words. It can't. It just can't. So when we are going through the cycles, how can we be able to identify and discard someone before they discard us? How can we prevent the love bombing from becoming so intense that we go through the devaluation stage and then we are discarded? How can we prevent that? How can we, in our next friendship, in our next relationship, how can we overcome this? How can we get away from it? Well, I want to mention that, and it's one thing. When we are going through, or when we are in a relationship, when we are in a friendship, and first of all, when someone is coming on too strong, they're overly nice, they're overly sweet, they're overly there, they have no boundaries, they're always there, something is not right with that. And if you don't see something wrong with that, you may have some type of codependency issues or are an empath and lack boundaries. So that's one thing that you want to be able to have your boundaries, and you want to be able to strengthen them. If you do have boundaries, make sure you're strengthening your boundaries. Not everyone is coming up in your life, forcing their way into your life. Make sure you are choosing your friends. Stop making friends. Don't just make friends choose you. Make sure that you're choosing them. So if you meet someone and they're bombarding your life, have you chosen them? Are you giving them the okay to come here, or are they just pushing their way in and you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess. So that's number one. Hey, straighten up your boundaries. Not everyone should be able to come in your life like that. Number two, when you are in a relationship with someone and you are receiving these backhanded compliments, when you are receiving these microaggressions, when someone is kicking you when you are down, when someone smells weakness on you and begins to hunt you like a predator, these are telltale signs that you are in a toxic relationship or friendship and you need to leave. Good friends, healthy friends, friends with boundaries do not talk like that to you. They don't do that to you. Mostly, they want to encourage you and be there in a healthy way for you. Here's the key, y'all. When someone devalues you, I used to say give it 3 times, but I'm going to change it to two. When someone devalues you the first time, your antennas are up. You're like, hey, something is not right with that. I didn't feel right with that. Hey, make sure we are centered. We are grounded within our bodies. Make sure we're not just overlooking how we feel. Because sometimes we feel things and we're like, oh, maybe not. Maybe they didn't mean that. No, they meant exactly that. And what you're feeling is exactly what you're feeling. You were abused just now. They actively put you down. So the first time they do that, you want to make sure you pay attention. The second time they devalue you, you discard them. You don't let it get to a third time or a fourth time or the fifth time, because soon the discard is coming. So the second time someone devalues you, you discard them. We stay too long in the love bombing stage, and we stay too long in the devaluation stage. In order to prevent yourself from getting to the discard phase, you want to make sure that you are discarding those who are devaluing you. With toxic individuals, we don't even want to be in a certain stage with the love bombing, because if you have to love bomb me, what are you trying to mask? If someone is coming on too strong, the Bible says that charm is deceptive. Some of us, we get charmed quickly by friendships and relationships. These predators, people who are abusive, they know exactly how the normal mind works. They know that a lot of people are in need of love, or even if they're not in dire need of love, they still pay attention to that. Their boundaries are broken down when they're love bombed. The easiest way for a toxic person or abusive person to break down your boundaries is to love bomb you, is to charm you. So they come in knowing that, and they're very patient, but also not patient. So we don't even want to go through the love bombing stage. But if you do get through the love bombing stage and you justify it, which we have done, it's okay. When you get to the devaluation stage, the second time someone devalues you, and pay attention to the way you feel, the second time someone devalues you, you discard them. This is how you beat the narcissist to the discard. I just wanted to put that out. I want to make you guys aware. I want to protect your heart. Make sure you are protecting your heart. Make sure you are having these firm boundaries around your life, around your emotions. Not everyone is supposed to be coming up in your space. Friendships as well. Not everyone who's calling themselves a friend to you is a friend. Look at someone's actions. In fact, don't look at their actions. Don't even look at their words. Look at their pattern. What is their pattern telling you? Because if someone is consistently devaluing you, they are showing you a pattern. This is their mode of functioning. And if someone's words and if someone's actions are not lining up, the pathology is waving at you. Their behaviors are waving at you. Pay attention to the behaviors, not the words. Some of us, we get caught up in what someone is saying when their actions are clearly not following suit. Pay attention to the pathology of the people who are coming into your life. And by no means are we narc bashing. Are we bashing narcissists? We're not bashing them. We're just making people aware so that people can be healthy in their bodies, their minds, and emotionally. And we just want to keep these people out of our lives. You know what I mean? We want healthy relationships. We don't want to be abused. And if anything, we want to keep other people from being abused as well. So just wanted to put that out there, guys. Be sure to like, be sure to comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.